Welcome to our Plugs Community Connection. I am your host, DJ Kitty Cat, with my sister co-host, Miss Morningstar on WKRA 92.7 FM The Change. If you're looking for the best in news, current events, community outreach programs, and shopping connections, you've come to the right place. We've got a great mix of content and community connections lined up for you this evening, along with special guest interviews. So, grab your favorite drink of choice, turn up the volume, and let's get into it.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, sis.
Hey, good morning, everybody.
How are you?
I'm doing well, doing great.
Good.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. I cannot complain. Happy Tuesday. Another day that we have risen and the Lord has made. So no complaints here.
Amen.
Amen. So, any affirmations? Well, let me introduce myself. My name is DJ Kitty. I'm with Our Plugs, the community connection, and we are here this morning to give you some good news, keep you abreast of what's going on. And I'm here with my sister, my friend, my good girlfriend, Mrs. Morningstar. So, Miss Morningstar, what do you have as far as affirmations? That's how we start every show. We started with positive affirmations. So what do you have for us, the queen of affirmations?
The queen of affirmations. I told you I love that. So today, let's go ahead and start with a positive affirmation by Amanda Gorman, a poet, first to be named the National Youth Poet. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light. If only we're brave enough to see it. If only we're brave enough to be it. So being brave enough to be the light, it's important. It's an important step in anyone's journey towards self-compassion. So these days, negativity is as low as ever, and it's very easy to succumb to the dark and depressing news cycle. We see that every day. So if you remain light, positive, and carefree instead, it'll balance out your day and help you get through it.
Absolutely. That is the young lady who gave the speech for, I believe it was Biden.
Oh, yeah.
I believe it was Biden. Yes.
Okay.
That lady who gave she was a young poet and
I remember
yeah,
her. Absolutely.
lady.
Yes. Beautiful, beautiful speaker.
And I've actually followed her work. She is truly amazing and up and coming. I love to see what she does. I love to see where she's going. You know, that young lady has so much insight to be as young as she is. So I love it. I love everything that she does. And you're right. There's a lot of negativity going on in the world right now, but finding the light and finding something positive to hold on to is what we are all striving to do. And that is one of the reasons why we created Our Plugs, and one of the reasons why we are striving to get as many people connected into Our Plugs so that we can continue to move forward with something positive in such dark times. Unfortunately. So, unfortunately and fortunately, you know, our brother Reggie has shown us that sometimes things happen so that we can be in a certain place in life. And, you know, although it's negative in some instances, it has to happen in order for us to get to where we're going. So, thank you for that. That was inspirational, and you always seem to choose an inspirational post.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let's get into weather. So Holly Springs, Mississippi is where WKRA 92.7 is located. That is our mother station. Shout out to everyone out in Holly Springs, Mississippi. Thank you for having us. The high today will be 56 with a low of 48. It's overcast. I did see some areas where you might get some sun, but it's a little overcast. But tomorrow you've got 99% chance of rain. So pull out those umbrellas
You
and those
ready?
galoshes, and yeah, maybe leave a little bit earlier for work so that you're not rushing. Rushing in the rain is the worst thing that you can do. So leave a little bit earlier so that you have plenty of time to get to your destination without rushing.
That's right.
Sometimes when people are rushing, I always scream out, hey, you should have left yesterday. If you're in that big of a hurry, maybe you should have left yesterday. Um, so well, let's hop into it. We've got a great show this morning. We've got Veterans Voice this morning. We've got some amazing veterans that are going to come in and speak with us. And to all you veterans out there that are listening in and tuning in, I want to say personally, thank you for your service. Truly.
Absolutely.
Yeah, without you, our nation wouldn't be safe. It wouldn't have made it this far. So anyone who has made that sacrifice to be a veteran, I tip my hat to you. And then we also have leaders who mentor on the second half of the show. So today is going to be an amazing show. It is our second show on WKRA, and of course we are super excited. I will tell our listeners out there that are listening in on YouTube, if you want to hear the show, please download the My Tuner Radio app, and that way you can put it on WKRA and you can listen. And they have some really good shows outside of ours. They have some great shows that I have enjoyed all day yesterday, and I have been enjoying because they have some really talented folks out there. So that being said, let's go ahead and do a few updates. So
Current events.
current events. So I saw yesterday that Elon Musk called Social Security the biggest Ponzi scheme, while calls are mounting to remove contribution caps for billionaires. So now it's a Ponzi scheme.
Oh.
But he didn't pay into it. So
Well, today I actually, in passing, kind of heard that the one of the Social Security administrators that actually stepped down, he was one of the top level. He mentioned that in the next 30 to 90 days, people should prepare. They should start saving now because there's a possibility that checks will be delayed. And this is be the first time in 80 years that this has ever happened. So, with that being said, we are living in the times, you guys, and it's better to be prepared than not. So definitely, if you can set aside some money, I understand a lot of us are living check to check, or a lot of people are just trying to make it, but yeah, it's a possibility with all the foolery that we continue to see happening on a regular basis. There is a possibility that the checks may be delayed. I have to contact my mother, my father, my grandmother, and make sure they have a little something prepared, a cushion.
A cushion. And it's really sad that it's come to this, but we knew it would come to this. We knew if you put a clown, you get a circus. If you put a criminal, you get crime. And this is criminal what they're doing. They are basically hurting the American people by stripping away their protections. Social Security is what people pay into from the day that they start working. So how dare you touch it? It's not yours to touch. And typically when people steal things, they go to prison. I'm just saying. I don't even. I want those that are listening to please, take heed. If you can make provisions, try and save up, try and stock up on your necessities, and try and hold back on spending unnecessarily, because we really and truly don't know what this administration is going to do. But I know that most people who are on Social Security, they need their money. It's their money. It's no one, you're
Yes,
not giving them anything. This is the money that they've paid into.
exactly.
So, it's a shame that we're here, but yet here we are. Um, the next article or story that I heard was the Senate confirmed Linda Mc, McMahon.
Hmm.
Wasn't she like the
The
wrestling?
Wrestle WWE, the wife of the owner of WWE.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they confirmed her
Department
to the
for the
Department of Education.
okay. So they confirmed her for the Department of Education, the education system that they're currently trying to tear down.
Yeah, yeah. The call is coming from inside the house at this point. Why would, and none of it makes sense. So I'm not going to ask why. I'm just going to say my piece. This is my opinion and my opinion only. Prepare yourselves because it's crazy. It's crazy. And I feel for those who have child age or children who are still in school, or I there's nothing good that's going to come out of this. It's hurting everything. I feel like now we're in a place where every chance that he can hurt the common American citizen, he's taking a dig at it.
Well,
From the seniors to the children, no one is safe.
that's what it's about, Kitty. It's to me now, and I've always thought this, but it's about is how many can I destroy? How much
Yeah,
can I destroy? Um, he's officially working with the Russian administration, and it's unprecedented times right now. Like we have never seen things like this in our particular lifetime. So yeah, buckle up, guys. Just kind of like I said before yesterday, connect to a community and latch on to that community, and just hold, hang tight, and let's see what's gonna happen.
yeah. See what's going to happen, but also prepare yourselves because
Prepare
the
yourself.
last thing that you want to do is, find yourself in a position where you can't maneuver the way that you need to for your family. So, excuse me, I implore you, yes, latch onto a community and not only just latch onto a community. If you know of community organizations, let us know so that we can get connected with them as well because our mission is to get as many people connected so that we will survive this.
Hmm.
I don't want people to feel like they're on an island. There's a lot of people who are going through their own mental crisis right now because they feel like, hey, I've worked all these years and
Right.
I put in so much work and I sacrificed so much so that I could have and my family could have. And now within an email or a click of a button, you take away all of my protections. I lose my job, I lose my insurance. So it's a dark time, but we don't give up. We connect and we keep fighting. That's the only thing we can do. Yes, is it ugly? Absolutely. Is it something that we can control? To a certain extent, we can. We can start holding our dollars and only purchasing when we have to, when it's absolutely necessary. Other than that, stay prayed up and find you a way to release some of that stress because stress is one of the number one it is the number one killer, stress and heart disease. So go for a walk and talk it out and try and find a way to be okay. And just know that we are here, and the reason why we are here is because we don't want people to feel alone, especially now.
Absolutely, I agree 1000%. You gotta just really buckle down and try to keep, just in order to keep your sanity at this point. We do know it's gonna be something new every day. Tomorrow there will be a conference, I guess, with the Senate. He's supposed to address the Senate, and We'll see how that goes. The Democratic Party invited some federal employees that were fired. So this should be interesting, right?
Who's addressing the Senate?
The Frumpy Dump
Is
Trump.
he bringing Elania with him?
I don't know. We shall see. The awkward one. We should see if he's gonna come. But I do know that just this week, I want to say, his mother and him and what do you got, Baby X?
Squatter X.
Squad X, yeah, Squad
Squatter
X.
X, yeah.
They were flew out on Air Force one of our presidential planes. So the taxpayers pay
So
for.
we had to pay for that.
Yeah, taxpayers pay for it. They flew out to Mar-a-Lago, where they're being, shown the red carpet at Mar-a-Lago and stayed up. So, it's being done in our face. It's being done in our face, but it's purposeful. I think I see, Reggie, our good brother Reggie made a comment. This is how it's supposed to happen. He's a chaos agent. This is the intent. The intent is to stir up as much chaos as possible. So,
yeah, that's what it's all about. It's about making sure that no one is able to navigate without some sort of issue. And it's crazy because if you really think about it, what is your point? What is your purpose? And it chaos,
what's the end goal?
What's the end goal? I continue to feel like whenever I see someone that acts like this, it's because they're truly not only vindictive, but they have in their minds what they want to do is hurt others. And it may be because, he may see that, his time on earth may be, he is old as dirt. So,
Baby, his, I feel that this person is this creature. I don't really want to call him a man because he far from that. But like I said, his intent is to hurt as many people as he can while he continues to rob us blindly and make money, and put the money in the wealth of his friends and family. And I also heard that there might be some boots on the ground in Gaza. So that's a whole nother story.
Oh, really?
Yep, heard that this evening too. So, they wanna, pimp out Gaza. They wanna make it look good, honey. They wanna, what they say, pimp my ride.
It's really sad. You want to
displace all these. Sad. Mm-hmm. It is, because those people have already been through enough and displaced, and now you want to take their land.
Yeah, pretty much. And you see it as an opportunity and they see it as, I'm just trying to live. That's it's really shocking when you really think about what's going on. Imagine being in their shoes and just wanting to live in peace, and someone saying, hey, we want to come in with a bulldozer and clean out this area and put up high rises and golf courts, beachfront. But what about us?
Yeah.
What about the people that live here already? But America has a history of this. They did come to America, the Americas, and steal the land.
Yeah, the colonizers, honey.
And they did come and steal people. They stole people, they stole land, so surprise, surprise. I'm not surprised. It is what it is. It's what they do. Unfortunately, we are in a time where things like this happen. You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. We're going to take a quick commercial break and come back with some veterans who we want to hear from our veterans. So if you would, stay tuned.
Timeless elegance. Redefine class. Welcome to Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion at its finest, fashion that brings out your inner cuteness, and styles that make you go, "Oh, girl, where you get that from?" Check me out at www.morningstarboutique by Tam or at ourplugs.com. Can't wait to see you.
Hi, I'm Tori G, owner and founder of Say Something Tees, a statement t-shirt company. I got into this business by mistake, but the mission was no accident. As a Black female-owned brand, we do more than just sell shirts. We make statements. Our designs spark conversation, sometimes shady, sometimes in your face, but always bold. From the 92% collection, honoring Black women who always show up, to Dear Black Woman, a love letter to our strength and resilience. Our tees empower, uplift, and keep it real. Because at Say Something Tees, we believe your shirt should speak before you do. Shop Black owned, shop with a purpose. Find us at www.saysomething.biz and let's say something together.
Hey guys, yes, this is my nonprofit, Carter's Caring Hands. And what my nonprofit does, we give fresh food boxes to those families in need that's struggling to keep food on their tables. We also go out into the unhoused community, give out care bags here in the Kalamazoo, Michigan area. So if you'd like to donate to the cause, please go to www.carterscaringhands.com and donate whatever you can, so we together can uplift those families that's struggling to keep food on their tables. Highly appreciate it. God bless.
Hi, everyone. My name is Ashley Middleton, life and executive leadership coach and owner of Radiate Coaching and Development, where we provide transformational, strength-based coaching and mentorship. My goal specifically is to support you in identifying your mission, your vision, and your values that help you take your power back as you are building your career. Whether it's within or outside of the corporate world, my goal is to really empower you in making decisions that work well for you. So if you want to reach out to me, by all means, you can email me at radiate@midspiration.com or check out my website at radiatecoaching.com.
And we are back. All of the commercials that you're listening to all of those companies can be found on ourplugs.com. We ask that everyone that's listening, go ahead and join Our Plugs. That's www.ourplugs.com. We are also on YouTube. That's Our Plugs LLC. If you would subscribe and give us a like, that would be great. We ask also that if you have a business, go ahead and join so that we can showcase your business. If you have an association, if you're a mentor, if you have a nonprofit, we want you to join us. I also want to say thank you to those that are in the chat. We see you guys. We thank you all for joining us on YouTube. And we thank WKRA 92.7 for the opportunity to spread our message. Today, it is Vet Voice. So veterans have a voice here on Our Plugs, the community connection. Go ahead and bring Ali Goat. Ali Goat, come on up. And we're going to turn the show over to our veterans. First of all, thank you for your service, Ali. We appreciate you.
Welcome in, Ali.
Welcome. Go ahead and come off of mute. And let's get it started. What's going on in your world as a veteran? What do you see happening?
Man, you know what? Hey, what's going on, everyone? Good morning. And hopefully everybody's having a good day. All right. So we are veterans are one of the populations that are vulnerable, right? Because when people think about veterans and they think, oh, maybe you retire, a veteran cannot live from that retirement. We have veterans, you cannot live off of your retirement. Yeah. So if you're getting retirement and you're getting VA benefits, that is critical. Some veterans cannot work because of their service. So all these things you were talking about earlier, and they're taking away, benefits. They're cutting people from important jobs. I think the crisis line is one of the jobs that's affected right now, right? So if there's a veteran out there that's in crisis, they may not have the opportunity to call someone to talk to maybe talk them off the ledge,
Yeah.
right? And that is super important. And you could scroll on the internet and you can see all types of people saying, "Hey, I used to work at a VA." Those are the people who are looking after veterans. Their customers are veterans.
Mm-hmm.
Why are we messing with veterans?
You know, I can't wrap my mind around it, Aligo. I just can't. The last thing that I think that anyone needs to do is disrespect our vets. Our vets are the ones who secure our nation. They're the ones, that's our one line of defense so that no one comes in and disturbs our way of living. And here you are saying, the hell with it, you're just going to crap on our vets.
We are
And
suckers and losers.
Being that I have personal experience working with veterans every day, it's very shameful. It's shameful. I mean, like you said, I mean, this is one of our vulnerable populations. They expect the care after they go and serve the country. They expect the proper care and the full care as they should get, as you all deserve. And to eliminate, to even put hands on the VHA is repulsive. It is disgusting because we know the value that our veterans hold. We know how we feel when we give services to veterans, and we're making sure that they're getting all the great care that they deserve. And just to strip people of their employment, even veterans lost their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's despicable.
yeah.
So one of the things, to add to what's coming up later, right? One of the things I do is I help older veterans apply for the benefits they earned and deserve, but they're not getting. I mean, this generation of veterans, we probably thinking they're not giving us what we need, and we're lucky
Mm-hmm.
because we have a generation before us that they don't even know what is going on because of the age, technology, information, all these things compiling, and what the government don't recognize what they did for the country. When you talk about the PACT Act, that was a thing that gave people from the Vietnam era the ability to, file claims for, Agent Orange and that is crazy to me that we're just now trying to do that for those folks. My question is, how many of those veterans are even still alive?
That's a good question. That's a really good question. Considering the fact that, in my opinion, they set it up so that the veterans wouldn't be able to utilize. It's not as if they go, they're being educated, especially those who are older. My father was he went to Vietnam and he served, and he was affected by Agent Orange. He was sprayed by Agent Orange, and it took him years to get his benefits. I was an adult, but he was sprayed with Agent Orange in the 70s. He was sprayed with Agent Orange in 1968.
Mm-hmm.
So it took him, like I said, I was an adult. I was in my 20s by the time I was in my 30s by the time he was given his benefits. And all of us are affected. So it's not just the vet, it's also your children.
Family
He
members.
had children, and all of myself and my siblings, we all have birth defects due to him
Mhm.
being sprayed with Agent Orange. I hear echo. So I'm gonna mute really quick
Yeah,
and back.
yeah, and like I said, I try to help veterans, and there's a lot of them. It's not just a little bit; it's a lot of them. Some of them they have zero, and these are the folks that's been to Vietnam, that's done some things that even the new era generation of veterans can't relate to because it's a different type of conflict back then. And so, aren't we supposed to take care of the veterans? And the veterans are like the holy grail, and we're supposed to thank them for the service. And is it only just words, though? Is it just make you feel good, but we don't give a damn type? I mean, I'm trying to figure that part out of it because when I say there's a lot of veterans out here, there's a lot of veterans out here, and they don't know what benefits and some of them they're gonna expire because of the effect and because of the effect that the military had on them. And that's a sad thing that if those people who are heroes can't get what they deserve and they should, what about you that didn't even serve? What about you that you're just a regular old person just living in
Yeah.
America?
Yeah. It's sad to think, but I want veterans to know that they're not alone. That is the reason why we are having that, giving veterans the opportunity to come and speak, because I want veterans to know that although they may have done away with some of the benefits for veterans, we're here. And that's
Mhm,
what I want us to focus on. We can always focus on the negative because it's right here it's slapping us in the face. It's mad disrespectful, and it's happening day in and day out. And like I said earlier, no one is exempt, from the
no,
children to the elderly, veterans, and no one's exempt. But
mm,
that's when we have to fold back into ourselves and connect with others. So if
mhm.
there's some vets out there that are listening in, please join our plugs. Fill out the contact us and form in our plugs, and let us know that you are a veteran so we can connect with you and build this organization, build this association so that you can see that you're not alone. No matter what's going on, no matter what the administration has going on, we will continue to fight for our veterans. We will continue to be here for our veterans because we don't have a choice, and it's only right. Let's be
And
fair. It's only right.
and you did mention that your father and the family members of veterans, they are affected because if there's a veteran that's suffering from, say, Agent Orange and they weren't diagnosed or didn't get the benefits, now the family has to burden that, which the military should be taking care of them through the VA. So, the family members, they are being neglected and being denied benefits that should go to the veterans, right? And so it's a domino effect, and it doesn't just impact just the veteran, it impacts a lot of people. So, man, it's so much, but I know we got a lot of veterans out here. So what we're going to do in the coming weeks and months and the conversation that's going to support veteran voice. We're going to have different veterans to come on the platform and give their voice and how they see things, how things are being affected in their area, right? I served 22 years in the U.S. Army. I went active, then I went National Guard, did Homeland Security, and then I went back active again, right? So it is important to recognize those people who have served, and a lot of people have served. We have veterans who have done different things all around the globe, and you'll be surprised what stories they have to tell. And sometimes it's hard to tell people who want to listen to what they have to say. So, with that being said, I want to say salute to all the veterans who are here and who can hear this program, and and if you support the Constitution and you're still supporting the Constitution and not a person, salute to you. Salute to you, right? Um,
Yeah.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, I said amen to that. I'm
Yeah,
Absolutely.
agreeing. I'm concurring.
it doesn't expire.
It
No.
doesn't.
It doesn't expire. Your oath to the
For life.
Constitution doesn't expire,
It's the oath.
Yeah.
right? And so so we had President Zelensky the other day. He came through and he was trying to ask for some assistance for his country, right? And I hope you saw what went down. It was distasteful. We have a country that's been attacked
Mhm.
by a dictator, a barbaric dictator, right? And we are supposed to be the ones that should be on the right side. And we have a memorandum that's called a Budapest Memorandum that we signed with Russia, Ukraine, uh, Northern Ireland, uh, and we are supposed to uphold our end, right? And I'm gonna go over it a little bit, and then I'm gonna add something after I go over our obligation that we have to Ukraine in writing. But then I'm gonna add something on top of it to show you, even without that obligation, we should be helping Ukraine. So if I don't mention it, just remind me. But we're gonna go over it. So the Budapest Memorandum, it was signed in 1994, right? What happens is, you know, Ukraine had nuclear weapons, and they said, you know what? We're going to try to take away nuclear weapons and try to. The less people have nuclear weapons around the world, the better it is. So the agreement is okay. Ukraine will give up their nuclear weapons to Russia, and all these countries they're going to sign. They're going to sign this memo to make sure that we have less nuclear weapons. So everybody will agree that less nuclear weapon in the world, the safer we are, right? So we have Boris Yeltsin, we have Bill Clinton, right? We have the president of the Ukrainian president. I'm gonna try to pronounce his name, Kuchma. We got the British prime minister, and then yeah. So we have all these people that came together and say, okay, you know what? We're gonna sign this agreement. That's what you see in this picture right here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so the Budapest Memorandum is pretty important, right? It's pretty important. Let me pull it up right here. So this is the Budapest Memorandum, and it's not long. If you have a chance, go ahead and read it. It's not long, right? So the United States of America, Russia, UK, Great Britain, and Northern Ireland, right? They came together and did this memo. So let me read the information that's in this memo. It's not long. All right. So it says, let me go to number one. Confirm the following: the United States of America, Russia Federation, and the UK, and Great Britain and Northern Ireland reaffirm their commitment to Ukraine in accordance with the principles of the CSCE, the Commission of Security and Cooperation in Europe. Final act to respect the independence and sovereignty and existence borders of Ukraine. So this is in writing saying that, okay, everybody's going to respect the sovereignty and the border of Ukraine. All right. So when you have some people talking about, oh, it was part of Russia. No, this is saying, and Russia agreed to it, that they're going to respect the borders and sovereignty of Ukraine. We see Russia going into Crimea, and now we see Russia trying to devastate Ukraine.
Absolutely.
So they clearly violated the agreement, right?
Yeah.
Go to number two. The United States of America and Russia, UK, Great Britain, Northern Ireland reaffirm their obligation to refrain from the threat or use of force against the territorial integrity and political independence of Ukraine, and none of their weapons will ever be used against Ukraine except in self-defense or otherwise in accordance with the Charter of the United Nations, right? So this is just it's clear. It is
Very
clear.
clear.
You will not use like it's clear. It's an easy read, right? Number three, the United States, Russia, UK, Great Britain is going to say the same thing over and over, right? Reaffirm their commitment to Ukraine in accordance with the CSCE. Final act, refrain from economic coercion. So economic coercion.
Coercion. That's why he got impeached. I'm sorry. I saw your thunder, Ali. I'm sorry.
No. But this is these things are it's the border, their sovereignty. You're not going to use force, and you're not going to use economic coercions or to destroy their country. It's right here, right?
And Gail just put in the chat that Trump just ordered a pause of U.S. military aid for Ukraine.
That's breaking against the memorandum that we're reading right now, right? So go to 4, and this is 6 parts. This is number 4. United States, Russia, UK, Great Britain, Northern Ireland reaffirmed their commitment to seek immediate UN Nations Security Council actions to prevent assistance to provide assistance to Ukraine as a non-nuclear state party to the Treaty of the Non-Proliferation Nuclear Weapons Nuclear Weapons. So, like I said before, they gave up the nuclear weapons. They're not a nuclear power. So, this memorandum provides that they're going to have the assurance that they're going to have defense from other countries
since they gave up
with,
their nukes.
right. And other countries, said countries, they have nuclear weapons. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna give you my nuclear weapon, but you have to protect me if I get attacked, and especially if I get attacked by any country, even a country with nuclear weapons, right? So that's what they're putting in writing right here. Number 5, the United States of America, Russia, it's all the same countries. The same thing over to reaffirm that in the case of Ukraine, their commitment not to use nuclear weapons against. So this is it's laying out. So just in case, you remember when Putin said he might use nuclear weapons?
Mm-hmm.
It's stated right here they're not going to use nuclear weapons against Ukraine. There's so many ways that they violated this agreement. And number 6, the United States of America, Russia Federation, Great Britain, UK, and Northern Ireland will consult in the event a situation arises which a question concerning commitments. So if they have questions, they will consult. So just in case it's not clear, they will consult and come together, right?
Well, we see how they consulted on Friday. That was a consultation for the ages.
So they broke the agreement in more ways than one.
Yeah.
They just broke the agreement. They don't care about. So are we a country that's going to stand by what we promised?
Are we? I mean, let's just be honest. Let's be honest. Did we stand by 40 acres and a mule? Did we stand by all the treaties that they made with the Native Americans?
And a mule can't reproduce, by the way.
I mean, I'm just asking. I'm asking for anybody. I'm just asking.
Well, that's President Zelensky's main issue when he came to the Oval Office on Friday. How am I supposed to trust Putin after he's broken every agreement that we've had?
Ceasefire.
He's broken everything.
He's broken it all.
What makes today different?
Yeah, and just because JD Vance and Trump decide to bring Zelensky, bring him into the Oval just to yell at him and demean him and bully him and show the world that they can be just as rotten as Putin. That's what it was for me. That wasn't a show of force and strength. That was a show of, I'm going to bully you because I want to beat my chest and act like I'm just as big and bad as Putin. And at what expense? When
Ukraine.
At the expense of Ukraine, at the expense of Gaza, at the expense of the American people, because at the end of the day, Canada and Mexico are throwing 25% tariffs on us. So you're not helping tomorrow. Or no, I'm sorry, today. You're not helping the American people. You're helping your pockets, and it's devastating. But
I can say this.
What's supposed to happen?
This is celebrity TV at its best, and but this is real life for us. While he's living a fictional character in celebrity TV, because he said at the end of the argument, "This is great for television." What do you mean this is great for television? These people have been at war for 3 years, fighting for their sovereignty, fighting for their lives. So it's a mockery. It's a complete mockery of human life. And then to sit up here and say you care about human life, you're worried about the kids that are getting unalived, and you're worried about, it's all rubbish. That's trash. That's garbage. It's fake news at its best.
Absolutely.
One of
Absolutely.
one of the things they always come across and mention, right? They always talk about the money. We're giving away money. We're giving away money. We're giving away money. So we're giving them old equipment. We're providing training. We're refitting our stocks with new equipment, right? Companies are making equipment for us. Now we're employing new uh, people. We're employing people here because of the military and
Mhm.
the this effort that we're supporting Ukraine. And on top of that, the monetary value last fiscal year for our defense budget that we sent to Ukraine was less than 5%.
Exactly.
Less than, and trust me, we're not losing any soldiers, airmen, Marines, any sailor. We are
Yeah.
not losing anyone on the battlefield. And Ukraine is doing its job. They don't want our help. They're doing their thing. And people would people would say, you know what, we're giving away money. But you know what? These are the countries per GDP, how much they're giving to Ukraine.
And look where we're at.
Ali, let the listeners know, because they
They
can't see
can't
what we
see.
see. So let them know what you're showing us.
I was pausing for effect.
We got about 30
but
seconds
but
before we have to go to break. Go ahead, Ali.
yeah, so I'm gonna list the from the top to the bottom that I have right here. The bilateral aid allocations to Ukraine per their GDP: Estonia, Denmark, Lithuania, Latvia, Finland, Sweden, Poland, Netherlands, Norway, Slovakia, Croatia, United States, and then UK.
Okay. Yeah.
Those are the countries that are donating the most to Ukraine, and it was from top to bottom, starting with the most to the least.
Yep. Yep. And it's you tell yourself that it has to get better, but we shall see. We shall see. I will say this. I don't know why or what his thought process was or is, because today the stock market has just about crashed
Mm.
today. So it's you're not helping anyone. You're hindering. But again, this is the reason why we are coming together and uniting as a people to ensure that we're okay. Yes, I don't want us to look at just the doom and gloom, because it is doom and it is gloomy. However, when we join forces together, we'll be okay. We know how to survive. We know
We
how to
gonna
get through
be
it.
all right.
We're going to
We
be all
gonna be
right.
all right.
We're
I
going
know
to
that's
connect
right.
together and we'll be just fine. You guys, you are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA 92.7, The Change. We'll be right back after this quick couple of commercials.
Welcome to A World That Sparkles. Sparkle Kicks LLC takes custom to a whole new level. You are guaranteed to find a gift for that special someone, or even a customized gift for yourself. So head on over to my Etsy shop, Sparkle Kicks LLC, and start your personalized order today. I'll be waiting to hear from you. Have a great day.
Hi, my name is Gail Thorpe, and I'm the practitioner for Nutrition Redesign, and you just finished taking a little sneak into my practice. With Nutrition Redesign, we are designing women's health their way. This gives a chance for women who are suffering with diabetes, hormones, fibroids, just even fatigue, whatever that may be. The difference with Nutrition Redesign is that we have specialized testing, over 200 panels, to be able to really get to the bottom line of your health. These type of testings are not even located in the hospitals, so you can really get well. If you're dealing with fibroids like many women do and not sure what type of foods to eat or nutritions to take, we have it. If you have hormone problems, we can definitely help you there as well. Are you going through menopause? No worries. We have everything for you. So you can find us at www.nutritionredesign.com. You also can find us on www.ourplugs.com. And we're designing health your way. Don't forget to give us a call too at 877-898-5130. I can tell you this much. The little secret's out. Definitely want to give us a call at Nutrition Design so you can really start to get healthy. You become a brand new you.
And we are back.
Right.
So we are back. This is WKRA 92.7 The Change. I'm your host, DJ Kitty. I'm here with my co-host, Mrs. Morningstar. We just finished speaking with Ali Gold in regards to veterans' voices. And we want all of our veterans out there once again to know that you have a voice here. We would love for you to come up and speak. We would love to hear from you. And we appreciate your service, no matter what branch you served in. Thank you so much. So what's on the agenda next? We have leaders who mentor. Let's go ahead and bring, yes, we have a full
Let me
house
bring
tonight.
them up. We got
Yeah.
a full panel right here. Let's get
Hey,
these
DC.
wonderful gentlemen up here.
Evening. Morning.
Hey, that deep voice, my goodness, the baritone.
The radio voice.
The radio voice of radio. So I'm going to introduce, okay, so we have on the panel today, we have DC, who is our go-to person. He's in charge of our mentors. He's over there in the right hand or left hand. I don't even know what hand. Go ahead and raise. There you go, DC. And then we have Scott, who has a mentorship program as well out of Omaha, Nebraska. Woo-hoo! That's my hometown, y'all. And then, and then we have Reggie Wilson out of Cali. Well, Reggie's all over the place, but Cali, he's over there. And welcome, guys. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome in.
So, leaders who mentor, because eventually we will have some ladies come and join. Ladies, if you're out there right now, the men are up 7-0 on the mentorship program. So I need you guys to tap in.
Come
Go to
on.
Our Plugs LLC. Go ahead and set you up an account and let us know that you mentor, and let's get your mentorship program out here as well. Right now, the guys are in the lead, and we can't have that. You know how we do. So go ahead, DC. What do you guys have up for this evening?
Well, the first thing I want to say to Miss Morningstar and DJ Kitty Cat, you have introduced me to some phenomenal men. I want to say that first off. I've talked to both guys offset, and man, the things they're out there doing, phenomenal.
Absolutely.
I think it's vitally important, especially in this day and age, that we grab a hold of our youth, give them some directive, let them know that there are people out there willing to offer that aid, that leadership, that mentorship that they so seek. And if it wasn't for mentoring, I don't think that I would have been able to achieve some of the levels that I have achieved. So I want to give credit out to those people that entered into my life and gave me directive and drive. I'd like to pass it off to the guys and let them explain some of the things they're out there doing. I'd like to hand it off to Scott first. And Scott, you could tell them what you're out there doing in your community.
Good morning. Well, it's interesting, DC. I was reluctant to call my program a mentoring program because I wanted to do more than just mentor. I know I'm in education. I've been in education for about 20, 24 years, but I always was wondering if I could do more. Naturally, you educating, you just, provide for young people and make sure that they're receiving the best quality of education. But I never felt like I was doing enough. And so that's why I created the mentoring program. And my program has been uh, built around an initiative called Our Block, Our Future. The goal is to grab 9 and 12-year-olds and have them create their own community. So we are learning about Omaha, Nebraska. We're learning about the Street of Dreams that Omaha used to be, how prosperous 24th Street, which is a major street in Omaha, North Omaha, how prosperous it used to be and how vibrant our neighborhoods used to be. And so then ultimately they are going to construct their own neighborhood. Now, a 9-year-old, what they're going to do may be paint a picture, but my 13 and 14-year-old might physically construct it. And I know with technology today, you can design it, but I want them to learn how to really build a neighborhood. So by the time my 9-year-old reaches about 14, 15, it's going to be more involved in what they're going to be talking about. They're going to understand cooperative economics. They're going to understand the term of mortgage instead of rent. They're going to understand all the things as far as zoning. They're going to understand architecture. They won't be necessarily the workers of construction, but how to get the business. So it's really about a neighborhood, but it's a lot more in depth than just building a neighborhood. And that way, I wanted all from all different areas of North Omaha. That way, we could also break down the barriers and break down the violence of crime. That's my hidden goal, to break down the crime and have kids from all over 9 through 12 and 9 through 12-year-olds and grow them to be citizens and productive in our Omaha, Nebraska little city town that they call it, but it's a big booming city.
Yeah, it is. I'm so proud of you, Scott. I really am. I'm so proud. It all comes full circle. I grew up in Omaha, and I remember walking the streets and, hanging out, and I still talk to some of my friends, and it was a quiet, safe space then.
Yeah,
We could
yeah,
take off on our bikes and be gone all day and be home by the time the street lights came on.
yeah, yeah.
But now, but it's good to see that you are taking the initiative to pull back and work with our young youth, these young men, these young adults or young boys who are going to turn into young men and young adults with something other than the streets, something other
Absolutely.
in their mind than, you know, the gang violence and the crazy. They've got a purpose. And I applaud you for that. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And if, of course, Scott has things coming up in July. I plan on, if I don't know how I'm gonna get there because I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get on a plane, but I'd like to be there. I might have to be there in spirit because it's an 18-hour drive, but because I don't know if I can catch a plane. Sis, what do you think? You think I should get on a plane?
That'll be a negative because I
Negative.
ain't flying nowhere, and I want to go home so bad, but I'm just gonna have to.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to
I'm
either
gonna-
drive or.
yeah, I'm gonna have to either
And
drive
that's a
or
19-hour for me.
yeah,
So
or I can't catch the bus either. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna get there.
that's
We
a
got
big
to think
negative.
about it because I can't fly. But
Yeah, it's
it,
going to be an
it's
awesome program.
yes, it is. It is. I'm gonna try and get there. I don't know how, but maybe you can Zoom. Maybe we can FaceTime while y'all are doing it because But all jokes aside, I admire what you're doing. I admire what you're doing. So go ahead, DC. Let me hush. Let me go back on mute.
Yeah, absolutely. We have brother Reggie who's out on the West Coast, and I'd like to let him speak on what he's got going on out there on the West Side.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for allowing us into your homes, your cars, and wherever you may be. I'm just so happy to be a part of this new and vibrant and wonderful family. And a little bit about me. I essentially created my nonprofit, which is Equal, a global human initiative. and value identity is the social and human improvement model that was birthed out of that. And essentially what I've been doing is creating all of these entry points. I kind of called it like a Baskin and Robbins, whatever your flavor is, whatever color you like, whatever flavor you like, but it's all ice cream. Okay. And so through the value identity component is getting people to understand and to recognize and to also be able to calculate their value so that it becomes something that they can prove to themselves and recycle and pour into themselves and nurture themselves with that information so that they can begin to improve their relationship with themselves. And as a part of the myriad of tools that I've created, I've written a short film called Identity. It's an animated piece that I'm currently working on. I've got two out of the three pieces that are already put together. I've written 2 children's books. One is called 3 Steps to the Value of You. And the other book is called 2-Step 3, The Value of Me. Now, each book is 3 pages, and I did that strategically for a reason, is because I wanted it to be something that would be very easy for children to read, but something that they would read numerous times within a day. And what I did was I also added words in the book that would be a little bit beyond their reach, words like, and concepts like you are a brand, you are a category of one, and also the value calculation, because what I wanted to do was I wanted to stimulate a conversation within the home so that then this becomes a conversation in the home that the parents are having with the children, explaining to them these concepts. And so the home then becomes a value ecosystem that pours out into the neighborhood, that pours out into the community, that pours out into the city, and on and on and on. One of the other components that I'm working on with these books is an AI feature, so that the first part is that it would be translated into basically every language in the world. But the other component is that a self-publishing feature so that children can publish the book to their friends and families and followers, to teach them financial literacy, to teach them creativity, to teach them ownership. And so at the point of sale, once we complete this AI feature, for example, 25 to 35% will go directly to their bank account at the point of sale. It's not something that I will even see. It will go directly to them. And then they will have to manage that, create their little websites and create all of that. Yeah. So that's, and the reason that I designed it as 3 pages per book, the other AI feature is a read and playback feature, so that they can read the book, record it, and then play it back to themselves in their own voice, so that then it becomes the narrative and the story that they're telling themselves about who they are.
Wow. I love that. I love it.
Blown away. That's amazing.
That.
Our little Einsteins. We're gonna have so many Einsteins. It's gonna be so wonderful. You guys are creating a beautiful network of young men and women that are going to be phenomenal. That is amazing.
Yes, especially with the technology, because you know how kids are, and they've been introduced to technology. So this will really spark their interest. The entire time you're talking, I'm looking at my grandson in my mind saying he's going to love this.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I love that idea. DC, you put, like you said, you've got some phenomenal guys here who are really giving back to the community. And man, thank you.
Absolutely. And we're definitely looking to expand the network, bring more people onto the team. So again, if you're interested in mentoring or positive effects in your own community and have a voice, we welcome you to join our plugs community. A little bit about me. my primary focus has been in the aviation sector. Um, Currently, I'm a managerial executive at an airline, which will remain nameless. I won't say, but
Yeah.
um, I caught the aviation bug very early. My grandfather used to take me out to the little airport in our small town where I grew up, and I knew that that's what I wanted to do from the time he took me out there. One of the things that inspired me to never become a ladder puller is what I like to call it. Is seeing that a lot of people that have dreams and aspirations, they just don't have the information to make those dreams a reality. Make those dreams a reality. So I made it my purpose early in my career to get out into the school system, get involved with introducing our children to careers that involve STEM, science, and math. Um, and later on in life, I I figured, some kids are not cut for college, and I get it. But there's a lot of introductory internships within the aviation career uh, and apprenticeships that pay very well. And the percentages of people of color in the aviation sector is not very high. So one of the things I did here locally is I reached out to a high school that had an aeronautics program and set them up with our propulsion shop where you could come in and be an apprentice. An apprentice in jet engine mechanic work start off at like $25 an hour.
That's good.
Um, and as a 18, 19-year-old coming out of high school, that's great money.
That is.
And once they get certified, the salary goes to approximately $45 to $50 an hour.
Oh, that's
So in that internship, that time window, it only takes 36 months. So about the time you graduate and you put that effort in, 3 years, you could be a certified uh, jet engine mechanic and be below the age of 25 and making great money to set yourself up for the future. So although my primary focus has been in that area, I've tried to introduce that to as many of our kids as possible.
That is awesome, DC. I actually have a nephew that I'm going to connect you with. He's just graduated from high school, and I know he's interested in aeronautics. Did I say that right?
Aeronautics.
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 Aeronautics. I saw the word, couldn't say it right. Anyway,
All right.
yeah, I'll reach out to you. I would love to get you connected to one of my nephews. He's definitely interested. Maybe two of them. Now that I think I have a huge
Absolutely.
family, but that's what we do. You see, we lean on those with that education and that drive to help our youth, and we connect them. I'm definitely going to reach out to DC and connect him with my nephews so that they can get a step in the right direction. Growing up and leaving home and not having a plan is a fault that a lot of our children, our young youth, are falling into. You turn 18, it's time for you to go. Well, where do I go? Where am I going? What do I do? You just want me to get out. I only have a job at McDonald's. How am I supposed to live? How am I supposed to go to school? So it's up to us as parents to connect our youth with these mentors out there and take full advantage of it. And those who are in Holly Springs, those who are in Tennessee that are listening, please join us. Please, it's time for us to get connected. It's time for us to reach out and have um, all of us in a position that we can give back. And not only that, I will say this once again, ladies, we are down 0 to 7. Please hit us up. We cannot let the guys outdo us. I'm going to have to really reach out and start talking to some people. I said what I said, powerful Black woman, T-Wiz, come on, Ms. Morningstar, Ms. Jack. We can't let the guys outdo us. We've got to find some ladies who mentor as well.
Well,
Right?
I'm going to say this. We do. And these gentlemen have set the bar pretty high.
They have.
Okay. But, you know, I know we have some absolute amazing women out here. So I'm looking forward to the women coming on board to join the team with the gentlemen and making a difference. And again, you know, DC said something really good in the beginning about, you know, everybody is not cut for college. And as we know, college is expensive. And the way this turn of events are happening within our country, you know, it's probably not even affordable for most, you know, because we don't know what's going to happen. So learning a trade and being good at it and being taught and trained it at a very young age to build you up to be, you know, maybe like you said, 21, 22, or even 25, making over $100,000 a year or more is amazing. You know how long it takes adults to get to that level sometimes? So, I mean, you know, older adults. So I take my hat off to you guys. It is amazing.
Yes.
And I would love for, like you said, the Holly Springs area in Memphis, Tennessee. I know y'all got some mentors out there. Join our plugs. Go to our plugs. Jump on the
And
team. This is an amazing group of gentlemen who would love to work with you.
Miss
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Morningstar. Oh, go
just
ahead.
imagine, and I'm sorry, Scott, just imagine we put our children in a position to earn that level of income
Yes.
and give them the tools that Scott is proposing with his program of learning financial literacy and how to turn that money into generational wealth,
Yes.
coupled with what Reggie is doing and giving them the self-worth, knowing their true value. We can really change the trajectory of what we're seeing today.
Absolutely.
Y'all notice the reason why they didn't want us to come together. You know
This is
how our
why.
ancestors did with the community, and
Yeah.
you know I'm gonna go there because
Yes.
Hmm.
this is
Go
the
there,
reason.
sis.
This is the
This is the
reason
reason why.
why they fight so hard against us. But we are so elevated, you know, as a people. We are so on top as a people. Nothing can stop us. So yes, I am excited about this tonight. This is an excellent
It was.
show. You
It is.
guys have schooled me because I didn't know none of this. So I am thrilled.
Yeah, they've been keeping it under wraps. So I think they wanted us to see what they were doing on once they came on the show. And I'm thrilled. I am very proud to say that these are my brothers.
Absolutely.
I'm very
Absolutely.
proud of what you guys are doing. I'm very proud of how you guys are maneuvering, although in spite of, you know, like my good sis Mrs. Morningstar just said, they didn't want us to come together, because if we come together, once we are connected, there's nothing that can stop us. We're going to continue to pass the torch and mentor and show those that are coming up behind us how to do this, you know, how to continue moving forward. Yes, we may be a little late to the party, but when we show up, we show out. That's the key. When we show up, we show out, and there's nothing that's going to stop us. You know, our plugs, the community connection is designed. Our mission is to make sure that we are all going to be okay. It's not just about one group of people, one sector of people. It's about all of us connecting and reaching a common goal, and that's unity and family and giving something back for those who are coming up. Because my goodness, if we don't do this, who's gonna do it? Them? No. We see what they're doing. We see, and when I say them, I'm talking about the administration. I'm not talking about white people. I need to be clear about that. I am not folks out in the radio world. I am talking about this administration. We can no longer wait and think and hope that this administration will do anything for us and with us. It is time for us to do it on our own.
And can I say this?
Absolutely.
It's the hateful people as well.
Oh,
Hate
yeah.
never wins. We have an administration of hateful people right now, and people out here in our population that are hateful people.
Yeah.
But it never wins. It just doesn't. So
It does.
again, this is why they are afraid of our community. We are the strong backbone to this country, and that's a fact.
Yes. Because if it wasn't for us, where would they be? Go ahead, Ali. Go ahead.
I want to reclaim because I forgot to mention one thing.
Reclaim your time. Reclaim your time.
Veteran voice, right? So without the Budapest Memorandum, let's take that away. Let's say we didn't sign it. After 9/11, we're the only country to enact Article 5 of the United States, UN article that says attack on one, attack on all, right?
Yep.
So when we went to Iraq, Ukraine sent their sons and daughters to help us. They had no obligation. They're not in the UN. They're not a UN member. Some of their sons and daughters paid the ultimate sacrifice, supporting the United States. The same thing happened in Afghanistan. They sent their sons and daughters there. You would think in their time of need, we would back them.
You would think.
He don't know none of that, y'all. This man, this Decepticon as a president that we have right here, he don't know none of that. And he don't care.
No, he doesn't care anything about that. Again, we are in a situation where there's nothing that we can really do to change the administration. There's nothing. Some people will march, some people will protest. I tip my hat. You go right ahead. What we're doing is we're galvanizing and we're uniting and we're putting our heads together and we are laying the foundation on how we will build our houses moving forward. Good luck to those people, though. Good luck to you.
And with that, I want to encourage everybody to follow us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, also hit the thumbs up. There's a thumbs up. If you're in the chat, make sure you hit that thumbs up. You have some emojis on the other side. You can do that on YouTube. If you're listening to us on Instagram, make sure you follow us on Instagram as well and engage on there. Also on TikTok, make sure you give us a follow on TikTok. And everybody hearing our voice on the radio, we appreciate you listening to us and supporting the program.
You are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection. I'm your host, DJ Kitty. I'm here with my sister, Mrs. Morningstar. We're going to say our last few words and wrap the show for this morning. Go ahead. Let's start with DC.
Again, I just want to say thank you for introducing me, increasing my circle of powerful Black men. Just in a short period of time, I've had a chance to speak with Reggie and Scott. I know they're 100. I mean, they believe what they say, and they're not only saying it, they're acting on it. So I want to give credit to that.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Reggie. Go ahead, Reggie.
I always have to try to drop a jewel to uplift us and our community and our people. Do you know that all life begins in the dark? When you put a seed in the ground, there is no light there. It is in the dark. When someone has an idea, it is inside their mind. No one can see it. When a seed is planted in a woman's womb, again, it is in the dark. And we are the dark.
Yes.
Come on, Reg. Come on.
Life emanates from Let's go.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you.
That's why they don't want us to come together.
That's it.
That's it. Go ahead, Scott. Go ahead.
Scott.
I'd like to say the next time I'm on with Reggie, I go before him. I just wanted to thank you for the opportunity to share what we're doing and coming together. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, Scott. Absolutely, brother. Go ahead, Ali.
Hey, listen, we appreciate everybody coming together, and when we come together, we're stronger. You know what I'm saying? We gotta make sure we stick together. Look out for people. Just look out for people. Look out for people. I'm telling you, it's crazy how we sometimes are tunnel vision on what our environment is, but there's a whole bunch of things going on around us, and we can have a positive impact on the people around us. You don't have to know those people either.
That's
So
right.
salute to everybody doing what they can and doing more than what they should be doing.
Thank you so much, Ali. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead, Miss
I just
Morning.
want to, I know we pretty much done. I want to say shout out to the chat. You guys, I've watched you guys today. You guys were amazing and awesome. We love you, each and every one of you who come through to support our plugs. And my brothers, thank you for coming through and dropping them gems. It is going to be epic, okay? It's going to be epic. This is a great beginning to a great community. And I'm going to pass it to my sister, and we're going to close out.
Yes, you are listening to Our Plugs, the Community Connection on WKRA. We want to thank you for tuning in. We will see you again this time tomorrow morning. Have a great day.
Have a good day, everyone.
Have a good day, everybody.
Hey, y'all. It's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
We are here from Our Plugs, the Community Connection, and we will be your new morning host on WKRA 92.7 The Change.
Yes, we will be broadcasting Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time.
We'll also be streaming on YouTube at Our Plugs LLC.
Be sure to tune in.
Hey, y'all. It's DJ Kitty.